Okay, good morning. Talking with Jason Smith of Iowa Sound. This is Greg Thompson with Accelerate Action Coach Business Coaching. And we're here to find out, let Jason tell us about Iowa Sound. So Jason, welcome. Thanks for giving us some time today.
Well, no problem at all, and thanks for having me.
So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Iowa Sound began actually just kind of as a happenstance. I began playing in bands pretty early on in my middle school life, and just was so intrigued with the sound part of things. Actually, started a DJ service first, and as I started playing in more bands, realized I needed just more equipment, and pretty soon started buying up whatever I needed next. Got to a point where other bands recognized that we've got a pretty nice sound system, and they began hiring us when the band wasn't playing and needing the gear. So I said, sure, we'll come out and run for your band. And then it just kind of took off from there.
Okay. So is that what you do then? Will you sponsor an event, or will you just go in and help out an event, or tell everybody about that a little bit?
Well, since about 2000, Iowa Sound became just kind of my full-time business. And what we do is we'll take calls from event organizers, festivals, fairs, conventions, pretty much you name it. If they need a sound system for any band or any type of event, it doesn't necessarily have to be a band, then we will go in and set that up and operate those systems as needed, what the event is requiring at the time.
Okay. So you said 2000, you've been doing this since 2000.
Yeah, actually kind of started more in 1996, but went full time with it in 2000.
Very impressive. So you celebrated your 20 years then?
Yes. Yep.
That is excellent. That's very hard to do for a small business to survive for 20 years. So kudos to you. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
So you talked a little bit about who your target market is, but explain that a little bit more maybe on who exactly you want to track you down or to talk to you about doing business together.
Sure. We actually work a lot with county fairs. We'll work with smaller town festivals. We also do events that are like Latino Heritage Festival. We'll do the World Food and Music Festival. So we do, a lot of festivals, everything from, we've even done some backyard weddings or backyard parties as of last year, where they had a band come in and we just supplied a small sound system for that, all the way up to very large events that have 8,000 to 10,000 people in attendance. And we really focus on trying to help take some of these festivals that might have been at a certain level, come in, work with them, listen to what their needs are, and try to help build and elevate the entertainment portion of their festival or event. And that's kind of what I think our stronghold is, that we just really focus on trying to become part of the team with our clients and really build up their event. Because at the end of the day, when they can sit back and say, wow, we can have a smile on our face knowing that we were able to help elevate their event to the next level.
Yeah, that's excellent. It obviously needs to be done. There's definitely a need for it out there. So excellent. So let's talk a little bit about how, so last year, 21 versus 20, obviously 20 was kind of crazy for everybody. What effect did the pandemic have on you guys? And then did things bounce back in 21? And what are you expecting for 22?
Sure. In 2020, when the very first cancellation came into us, was actually for St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. And after that, everything just kind of fell like dominoes, where, of course, live entertainment, just all sorts of events just shut down and closed up. So 2020 certainly was a very rough year for us. We did have a couple of events toward the middle of summer that decided to go on, and they were successful. We didn't have any issues there. But yeah, overall, I would say we were 75, 85% just no work. It just closed down completely for us. So it was it was a very rough year. And then 2021 kind of came back very strong. A lot of people were ready to get out and just experience the life that they missed in 2020. A lot of our groups that we work with had a year off to help plan a little bit more even, and they wanted to come back stronger, bigger, and better. Not all events were able to do that. We still had several cancellations in 21, but we ended up having a pretty good year in 2021. As far as our 2022, it's looking to be even stronger, and so people are still ready to get out and see some live music, attend some of these events, and we're really looking forward to that.
Okay. So how many people on your team? How many people do you have helping you?
Currently, we have 2 full-time staff. It's actually myself and my wife, and then we have subcontractors that we use, and they are on kind of a per show basis. But there's a 8 to 10 regular subcontractors that we like to use. This year, something new for us is that we are going to hire 1, if not 2, full-time audio techs to kind of take over. So the business has grown for sure, where we just need more help kind of in the warehouse and the office, and then of course out on show sites. So that's been a pretty positive outlook for us to look at 2022 and say, hey, yeah, we can certainly bring people on that we need that help.
Very good. Very good. Any changes that you had to make either in how you delivered your services or what your services were? Did you have to plus or minus some of your offerings after 20?
After 20, not really. During 20, we actually created our own drive-in concert series so that we could try to keep some form of.
You gotta tell me about that. Tell me
Yep.
about
Okay. So yeah, we decided that we needed to make something happen for people, that they can get out of their house, that they can come, still be in an outdoor setting. But if they weren't comfortable with that, we needed to give them another option, and that option was stay in your car. So we created pods, and your car could pull in, and you had about 4 to 6 feet off to one side of your vehicle that you could get out and actually set up lawn chairs. A lot of people brought dinners, picnic baskets and things, and sat. You could listen in your car. We had an FM transmitter that you could just dial in the station, but we also put up stage and lights and sound for those who wanted to get out of their car and listen there. And so we ran that 2 separate concert series over the summer, and it did pretty well. I mean, people were very happy to be able to have something that they can go out to. As far as what we changed in 21 was more or less in the beginning, we really focused on just our cleaning procedures. What happened between, if this band performed and another band was coming on after, how did we handle removing one band, putting the next one up, we try to keep things at 20-minute intervals, but there's extra cleaning procedures that went into effect, and just cleaning microphones between each use and that sort of thing. And of course, for us, most of our events take place outside. And so we had that as an advantage for us, that we're already in an outdoor setting. People could really space themselves out. And we tried to, again, have a band, you guys are on this side, maybe another band is on the other side of the stage, just to try to keep people spaced out. But those were kind of the larger things that we did to help mitigate the spread.
Sure. Yep. Understand. Totally understand. So I'm looking forward to your answer to this next question. So there's a saying that smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So what are some words of wisdom, being a successful small business owner for over 20 years now? What would be some words of wisdom that you could give out there to other business owners, maybe new business owners, on a couple things that you have learned that you could pass along to them?
Yeah, one of probably our top core value within our company, it could be summed up in one word, and that's care. And it's diving in deeper to that. It's caring for what your client wants, and it goes beyond just listening to what they're saying, but actually diving in deeper to what their goals are, what their passion is, where they want to go, and then using our expertise just to be able to offer some suggestions on how we can achieve their goals, and really becoming part of their team with them has really taken us a long way. That we're there to help that event be successful, because if it's successful, then we're successful. We're asked to come back again year after year, and it just keeps things growing. We we started that thought process very early on and never really had to advertise our business. We're a very niche business. There's, you know, we've put some advertisements out, but we're not home stereo. Um, we're not just like a wedding DJ per se. We have some equipment for that, but um, we're pretty tight on what we do. And so you really got to come looking for someone like us. And what we found is that most people go word of mouth. So they might know this festival. Hey, who do you use? And by creating those relationships with the clients that were part of their team, it really makes it easy for them to say, this is the one and only number you want to call.
Okay. Yep. Totally makes sense. Thank you.
Mhm.
So if someone wants to reach out to you, how's a good way to track you down or to find out more about Iowa Sound?
Well, they can certainly call me direct. It's 515-991-8141. That's my cell number, and it's our business line. And they can also look at iowasound.com, and there's some pictures and some more information on there. And we also have a sister company called Go Stage Struck, which is the mobile stage division of our company. And so they can go to gostagestruck.com and learn a little bit more about the mobile stages that we offer. But of course, both sites are linked to one another. And but certainly the phone call or even an email, Jason at Iowa Sound, that works as well. And be happy to just kind of talk about somebody's event and see what we can do to help.
Very good. Well, thank you, Jason. Any last tidbit of information or anything that you would like people to know about Iowa Sound that we haven't covered?
I just think, kind of in closing, is to say that we are definitely looking to be a part of your team, of whoever. If you're going to have an event, that we can be there to help and get us involved pretty early on in the process. If you're having a concert, because there's a lot of things that happen on the back end. It's not just call this band up and they show up and play. There's a lot of other things that go into it, and logistics that we can certainly, of all of our years of experience, we love to help clients grow, like I mentioned, and get us involved pretty early on so that we can help you make the right decisions on the way through the process, all the way up to event day.
Great words of wisdom. Get you involved early makes total sense. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Jason Smith with Iowa Sound. This is Greg Thompson with Accelerate Action Coach Business Coaching. So Jason, thank you, and have a great 22.
Thank you. Have a great day.